Before language, before tools, there was instinct. The raw, primal urge to survive another dawn.
This was humanity's first major technological leap, transforming a simple rock into a precision instrument.
In the unforgiving crucible of the early Miocene, survival was a daily struggle. In this unforgiving wilderness, every rustle. We had walked the earth for centuries, yet saw nothing. But in this light, consciousness awakened. Was fear humanity's oldest companion? Survival in this untamed world demands strength, cunning, and a relentless will to overcome the land itself. Early hominins observed a dangerous world, a place far bigger than they could ever comprehend. Water, the first gift. Yet in this bounty lies a risk.
Before the age of metal, before the mastery of fire, there was only instinct. The hunt was a...
Survival often depended on a single decisive moment.
Survival in this nascent world was brutal. The unforgiving challenges of the early ecosystems meant a constant fight for existence.
In this unforgiving world, nature's relentless tests push the proto-human to his limits. What ancient beasts once shared these forests with our ancestors? The first great journey.
From the smallest colony to the ascent of man, adaptability is the key to surviving in this unforgiving wilderness.
From these ancient journeys, we began to learn the rhythms of the earth. During prehistory, terror was a constant companion. Every moment lived under the shadow of giants. Every trace told a story in the ancient world. Here, in the quiet solitude of the forest, we see the very origins of craftsmanship, born not from leisure.
Every step is a negotiation, a fragile balance between the caution that keeps us alive and the curiosity that drives us forward.
To walk upright was to challenge the wilderness. Every step through the roots was a testament to their enduring spirit.
Fear. It is the sculptor of our evolution, forging us in the crucible of survival.
How the first sparks of imagination were born. Here, in this unforgiving landscape, the very definition of endurance was forged. We were small then, and the world belonged to giants. Every encounter was a gamble between awe and annihilation. Fire. It was the turning point. The difference between survival and the endless dark. In a world born of chaos, there was finally calm. The very first breath of stillness. The land speaks, if you know how to listen. These tracks tell a story of hunger and power. Nature's beauty is often unforgiving. A raw, untamed power where survival is the only prayer.
Before science, there was only terror. From this primal fear, the first myths of nature were born. Instinct guides him, but survival demands experimentation. He learns through careful trial and error.
In this brutal world, elevation wasn't merely an advantage. It was the earliest necessity for survival. In this ancient world, every step forward was a solitary journey.
The spear, a simple yet revolutionary tool, marked the dawn of weapon making, forever changing the course of human history.
The raw physicality of prehistoric life was absolute. Survival wasn't a thought, it was the... Instinct guided decisions long before conscious thought.
A simple act, yet the first ritual. washing away the journey, preparing for what comes next. What primal instinct drove them deeper into the darkness? How did early humans face the unknown?
We can only wonder how early minds interpreted the remains of these ancient beasts scattered across the plain. This was the moment. The birth of purpose. The dawn of determination. Instinct. It was the earliest form of strategy, sharper than any blade, faster than any predator.
The sheer scale of the migration dwarfed early man, a reminder that they were merely guests in a world ruled by giants.
Forged in the dust and driven by instinct, the chase is the heartbeat of our existence.
How did it begin? This sudden spark, the emerging realization of self. When did we start to question who we are?
Faced with imminent danger, the ability to adapt is paramount. This hollowed trunk, a sanctuary.
We must learn to coexist with the land.
This rhythmic tapping was the dawn of technology, transforming simple rocks into the very first tools. Exploration is not merely wandering. It is the fundamental first step toward understanding and claiming new territory.
The path forward is never clear. But it is the struggle against these obstacles that
Curiosity drives us forward. It is through necessity that we discover the world around us, unlocking new sources of sustenance. In the vast darkness, the flickering fire provided more than just warmth. It offered comfort, shaping the
Danger lurked, even in silence.
For early humans, solitude was more than just being alone. It was a constant companion, shaping them under the moon's gaze. Before words, before language, there was the impulse to connect, to leave a mark. This was the first spark.
crouched between survival and extinction, he knew that true bravery is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it.
Every sunrise is a promise, a symbol that darkness gives way to light, and with it, new understanding. Each small step shaped the path toward humanity's future.